If
This
you can,
conference will now be recorded.
if you can log
Yeah, tell
into
me.
my, so I did what you told me, but the problem is even though when I make it a non-required field into the object manager section,
Okay.
on the front
Mm-hmm.
end client side, it's still coming up as a required field. So I don't know what's going on. Because remember that checkbox in the object manager? I deselected that to make it not
Mm-hmm.
required. So it's going to be the UJ add.
1 second, 1 second. Let me log.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, what is the password?
Capital A. So admin 123.
So sorry. uj@ibm.com. Yes.
Yep.
Capital A, admin 123.
Yep.
Okay. So from here, where you are asking object field level, right?
Yeah, field level. So if you go to employees and then you'll see those two fields, phone and email, I deselected that checkbox that says required to say. Yeah, looks like the Salesforce is slow today.
Yeah. From here, what is your exact requirement? I didn't get exactly. Can you tell me what you are trying to do
Oh,
exactly?
I remember I was that that what is it called? The validation rule that I did was
Mm-hmm.
not working because I had set it as a required field, right? So then you told me
Yes,
to
yes,
make
yes.
it a non-mandatory, non-required field. So then I went into Object Manager and went into those both of those fields, phone and email, and I deselected. I like unchecked mark that required field so that I can do that. But then when I do that and I hit save, I go to my my front end client side, it's still coming up with a red asterisk, meaning it's still a required field, even though I made it as a not required field in Object Manager.
Okay, okay.
So if you go to
Let me.
Object Manager for the employees, if you look at phone and email, I have it set to not required field, but then on the client side, it's showing up as a required field. Therefore, the validation rules are not working.
1 second. Let me see.
Oh, it's so slow today, the Salesforce.
Now
See
only.
how
I
sales
don't know. Yeah, four and yes.
email.
1 second. 1 second. Yeah,
Yeah, so
one
now
second.
if you go to Object Manager, you'll see I have it set to not required. Yeah, so it's kind of weird how it didn't take the change. Yeah, I did this too, where I went through the whole thing and then.
On the next one, what you want to do? Phone number and email, right?
Yeah, so those are the two I set the rule to. Yeah, see, it's still not check marks. I don't know why it's not.
I'm also saying first time. Let me do a let's see why it's not showing that one.
Hopefully it works this time because I tried it so many times. I even thought about deleting the field, but then it belongs to a couple of
Record
things,
type.
record type
Yes,
and
yes.
for the validation rule. So then I'm like, I'm not gonna go through the whole process and.
Everything is coming as a mandatory. Why?
Yeah, I see that's weird. Even here you can see the red asterisk. Yep. I think it's being goofy.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Shubham.
Yeah, hi.
Shubhani, I'm not able to hear anything.
I'm not. I'm not telling. I'm not. I'm just saying this is here. Ujesh, I'm not started anything. Okay. Hello. Are you able to hear me now? Priya, are you able to hear me now? Hello.
Oh, Priya, can you hear me? Hello?
Maybe. Yeah. Do one thing, Priya. Just try to disconnect and connect. That is the only solution. If you're not able, we are able to hear you whenever you speak first time. We are able to hear you. Just do one thing. Just disconnect and connect. Yeah, I'll give the solution, Ujesh. Let's
Okay.
go back to our session. I'll see. I have this kind of scenario also. I'll give the solution.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Maybe something I'll tell you.
Okay, no problem. Thanks. Yep.
Shubhani, I can hear you better now.
Oh, okay. Now it's fine.
Yeah. Now it's good.
Okay. Okay, fine. So how was the weekend?
Oh yeah, it was good. Busy.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good. So Ujesh, anything you have done in this weekend? Only Salesforce practice.
Salesforce practice, basically the kids. Yeah, this basically the most of my
Okay.
time goes to that now. Salesforce and the kids.
Okay. Good. 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 Okay. Okay. So let me log in into our app. View all. Okay. So in yesterday's previous session, we have been discuss about that buttons and links. Then we have created all the required fields in this objects, right? In the last session. So we have gone through buttons and links, right? Remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So today, let's start. with the relationships. Okay. So today we are going to discuss about relationships. Okay. So what is a relationship? So before going to be discuss about the relationship, okay, why we need relationship in Salesforce and how we can create relationships and how we can create a relationship between the objects. Okay. So let me see. Okay. So before that, let me go to account. Okay. And before this, let me go to a sales app. Let me open a sales app. Okay. Okay. Let's say let me go to contacts. Okay. Let us understand this scenario. Let me go to contacts. Whenever I try to create a new contact, okay, here, and I will try to give some details like Mr. some. The first name is Shubhani. When I try to give details, okay, phone number and home number, and here something it's asking account name, right? But account name means it is asking account name of this account, right? So means it is from account. Whenever I try to create a contact for here, and it is asking account name, right? Means every time account and contact will have the relationships, right? In general also, let's say in sales, okay, maybe account means for TCS, maybe let me put it in this way. You are the company and you are having customers. You are having customers with you, and customer side you'll be having, you can say, so for each account you will be having one person, like maybe that person every time company means no company will come and talk, right? Company means from company side some person will come and will talk to us, right? So he is called as contact, right? So here also, so in contact, so if I'm creating, okay, so whenever I'm trying to create any contact, so means I need to select his account, right? To which account he belongs to, that contact person, right? Whether he belongs to XY company, right? That's what it is asking, right? Account name, which account name his belongs to. Okay, let's say I'm creating a contact called Shubhani. Okay. Okay, his belongs to account called. If you click here in the lookup box, it will show you. It has to show the list of accounts actually. Oh, it's not coming. Something slow this system. Yeah, click new account. Okay, it's asking to create an account because I have not created any accounts here. Okay, I'll create account name called IBM. So before that, let me cancel this one. Before that, let me create few accounts, my personal accounts, like whatever the account we want to create, not standard one Salesforce has given. I want to create few accounts called IBM revenue. Okay, I want to create one more account called Dell revenue. I want to create account called HP. Save. Okay, I have created 3 accounts. Okay, now I want to create contact. Just go to contact. Contact means he is the person point of contact from that account, right? So if you click new, okay, if you say Subhani, okay, and you try to, so from here it's not coming, just refresh. System is too slow today, I don't know. See now I'm able to get the data, right? I'm able to get the data of account, right? I'm able to relate. Just click HP, then click save. Okay. Okay. So you just go to accounts. Okay. You just go to accounts, and if you select details, if you go to select, if you go to details, okay. Here something account name it's showing, right? Account name called HP. If you click this one, okay, it is redirecting to account, right? It is redirecting to account. In the account, in the related, so under contact, Mohana is showing, right? Means something relationship has been built in between these two. This is standard relationship. Look up this one. But without creating a relationship, let's say you want to call a data. Let's say you are creating a contact. If you click new, okay. So you can put up instead of this lookup, instead of this lookup, what you can do, you can put up a field called account name by saying text, and you can enter the data. Like let's say you can enter the data called HP, and you can click save. Instead of selecting this tree, you could have created the field called account name with the type called text, right? We can do that, right? Then how if you create text file, how you are going to create a relationships, right? So now since this account got created, okay, here I selected the for contact, I selected its reference to this account. Okay, when go to detail, and when I click on accounts, it's going to accounts, right? It's going to accounts, means some relationship has been there. That's why whatever the contacts I created under this account, it's showing, right? It's a relationship between account and contact, right? So here one like relationship means one may be parent and another may be child, right? So what is a child, what is a parent, will I'll tell you. But before that, just understand, see why we can create a relationship means to access the data from one object to another object. So we need to create a relationship between in the field, in the objects. That's the reason we have a concept called relationships in Salesforce. We want to create a relationship in between objects. So I cannot see, I can achieve through, I can create simply in a contact. I can create a field called account as a type text, and I can give the account name instead of calling this account into here. But how if I want to relate? So if I want to create a relationship, I won't be able to create, right? So that's where the relationships concept came. Okay, now let me create one more contact called Ujesh. Okay, and select the account called same HP and click save, and let me create one more contact. Click new. I'll say Priya. This also represent HP. Then click save. Okay. If I go to details of this record, so once I click on HP account, it redirect to accounts of HP. Okay, accounts tab. Okay, see here under accounts, in contact, in the related, I can for this account I can relate to 3 contacts, right? Means I'm able to create a relationship between contact and account. So I'm able to call the details of contact in account as a related, right? So they are related to this account. right? Means this is one to many relationship, right? So we have relationship one to one to many, many to many. Okay, this is a one to many relationship. Okay, we'll see different things in going forward. Okay, so just note here, account is related to contact. See, account is related to contact, right? It's clear as of now, clear?
Yeah.
So let me draw. Okay. Okay. So here, okay, I'll say this is an account. This is an account. Okay. This is an contact. Okay. Here, relationship means one can be in a parent, one can be child. So here I'll say something. This one called, this is a child object. Child. I'll say this is child. Why I'm calling this child? I'll tell you. This is a child. Okay. And this is a parent. Okay. So what is a child? What is a child means? Okay. From which object we select the other object, that will be called as a child. So from this object I am able to see from this object. Let's say from this object I am able to, let's say, let me open any record. Okay, not this one. When you try to create a record, okay, when you try to create a record, okay, so from here you are able to call account details, right, account details we are able to call it. That's why we call this contact is a child, and the object whichever is calling here, that object will call as a parent. Okay, which object we see in a related lists. Let's say if you go to here, okay, you go to contacts. Let me open. Okay, here in the related, let me open any record. Okay, so in the related we are able to see other object details, right? So that's why we'll call as a, this is an a parent. Okay, just remember this way, whenever you try to create any record in that particular object, if you are able to call any other object details, that object will become a parent and this object will become child. Okay, this is a simple understanding. Okay, now how to create a relationships. Okay, so actually we have two types of relationships. One is lookup, another one is a master detail relationships. Okay, see, if you understand, relationships are nothing but parent-child relationship, right? So, so every time we are see, parent-child relationship means like this. We'll notate actually. Okay, delete. Okay, this will call as a child, and this will call as a parent. Okay, this is child-parent, like parent-child relationship. Okay, so again, I'm repeating. Relationships are nothing but parent-child relationships. So one can be in a child and another can be in a parent here. Okay, so what exactly it is, how we can create, let's see. Okay, so let me go to uh, our Reliance Digital scenario. Okay, there we can create, let's create a relationships. So before that, actually we have types of relationship, like two types of relationships. One is lookup, another one is a master. Okay, so today we'll see about in detail lookup relationship. Okay, so let me go to our app. So let me go to our app called Reliance Digital. Click view all. Click Big C. So see, in this scenario, let's say whenever you try to create a record of an employee, okay, so you are creating a new employee record, okay, and while creating a new employee record, okay, you want to assign this new employee to, so this is the general scenario we'll get, right? So you are going to be give an appointment to someone means, so here you want to define, like you want to tell them that you are going to be work under this, you are allocated to this store. Maybe he's in a sales employee, okay. So whenever you try to give an offer to him, okay, you have to tell him as an HR, you have to tell him that you are appointed to this store, okay. Now the HR is coming here and trying to create a record, okay. So whenever he or she try to create a record, okay, so he should have an option. They will ask one option to saying that I should be select from employee record itself. I want to have an option to select the store, right? Means basically what they are asking in terms of technical, let's talk in technical now. They're asking, they want to call the details of the store in employee object, right? So how we can achieve? So we can achieve through lookup relationship, okay. So they want to see the details of the store in employee object, right? Whenever they try to create any record in employee, they want to see the store details, okay. So before that, okay, see, you have two options. Without using relationship, what you can do, you can simply create a field called store in employee object, okay. Let me go to the store. Let me go to this object. So what you can do here is simply you can create a field called store with the name called text, okay. Whatever the store name you want to give, you can simply give here and you can create the field. You can create the fields, but it's not good, right? Every time when you try to create a recording, you try to give the name manually, it's not good, right? How many stores you create like that, okay? It's not good, right? The text will, if you create, how you are going to be create a relationship between the employee and the store? You cannot create the relationship, right? If you are creating a text file, instead of calling this store here, you can create a store. You said that I can create a field called store as a text. Once you create and you can as of now initially it's fine, but going forward, okay, you want to work like let's say you're creating any reports and dashboard at that time, okay, maybe you have an option saying that I want to see an employee for a particular store, okay. So I want to see an employee, all the employees who got appointed to particular store, okay. That time the relationship needs to be work, right? But now here what you have done, you have created text file, right? So coming to practical, without relationships we cannot work, right? So that's the reason we have relationships, two types of relationship. One is a lookup, another one is a master, okay. Now let me go and try to create a lookup relationship in between employee and store. So in employee I want to call store details, right? So how to do that, okay. So let me go to employee object. I'm in employee object. Go to fields and relationships, okay. So before that, let me create few stores, like physically let me create few for store details, like here I created Mumbai, Hyderabad, and let me create a few stores like store name like Delhi, okay. Maybe 10 employees, contact number, something, number of sales, written, store rating 5, 6, 7, yeah. Okay, store name called Chennai, number of members 20 employees are there, number of sales 10, 19, store rating 5, store contact, okay, 7 new. Okay, so I have created a few stores, okay. Now whenever I try to create a record of any new employee, So the new employee should assign to any of this store, right? He has to appoint it to these stores. Now let me go how to create that one. Just go to, you are trying to, you want to have a relation, you want to have a, you want to call store information in employee, right? So here store and employee. Okay, so here you want to create a relationship like this. Okay, and here the employee will be the child, this one will be the parent. Okay, now let's go and create. So I want to call store in employee, so I have to create. So whatever the calling object, we say if you are calling someone, any object in this particular object, that object will be parent and this will be child, right? So let me go to fields and relationship, click new. Look up relationships, click next. So you want to relate to store, right? So it will show all the standard objects along with the custom objects. Okay, so I want to relate to store, right? This object I want to relate it to store, then click next. The field name called store. Okay, if you want to give any description, you can write. If you want to write any help, you can write. Now see, the child relationship name is employee. So what we decided, employee is a child, right? See, child is an employee, so that's what it's telling. Okay, so you're calling store object here, so that's the reason employee will become child object here, right? Child relationship, right? Okay, now so do you want make this field as a mandatory field? No, I don't want to make. And what to do if the lookup record is deleted? Means whenever if you try to delete any record which has been lookup relationship, clear the values of this field, and you cannot choose this option if you make the field is required. If you mail this field is required, we cannot use this option. We cannot delete the records. Okay, so that's the reason I'm not making as a required. And don't allow deletion of the lookup record, that part of the lookup relation. If you select this one, so they cannot be able to, they will not be able to delete the records. I will go with the standard one. Then if you want to write any formula here, any formula, lookup filters formula, anything, okay, you can write here. Okay, I'm just clicking next. Okay, and then next, and which page layout you want. I want to assign to all the layouts. Then click next and click save. Right, now let's go and see whether the requirement got fulfilled or not. Just refresh. Okay, now here I want to create a record for an employee, right? So click new. Right, see, I'm able to call store, right? Here I'm able to call store, right? I want to create a record name called Mahesh. Okay, experience 10 years and is qualified as a MBA BTech person, and the salary is 40,000. No, 1 lakh. 10 years mean 1 lakh minimum. Okay, and the date of joining is today, and the designation is HR, and is appointed email ID, and is appointing to store called Chennai store. Is appointed to Chennai store. Okay, and date of birth, yeah, this one maybe 1986. Okay, and phone number, everything, just save it. Okay, okay, Why? Because we have created validation rule, right? On these two, so it's not allowing to save. So let me save Subhan. Let me Mahesh at the rate something.com. Okay. So here also Mahi. Oh, sorry. Okay. Let's try to save. Let's try to give like this and try to save. No, means the validation is properly working. Please enter a proper phone number, right? So let me give 9899. 14 I have given. Let's try to save. Why? Because I given validation like for 10 numbers, right? So that's right. 10 numbers. Then click save. Okay. Now the record got created, right? Okay. If you go here, store, right? Store. Click Chennai. Click Chennai. It's going to store, right? It's going to store related to employee, like one employee, right? Employee ID, right? View all. So only one employee got allocated to the store. Okay. Like this, we can create a relationship between the store and employee. So let me create one more employee. Click me new. Okay. So employee name means again, for example, John. Okay. Experience is 10 years and qualification is BTech. Okay. The salary is 80,000. No, 80 lakhs. I have given. No, 80,000. 8 lakhs. Not 8 lakhs. Accountant. Email ID John. Gmail.com. Okay. Store I want to allocate to Chennai itself. And date of birth 1987. The phone number. Okay. So now let me create one more employee record so that we'll see whether we are able to see. We are able to see number of employees, like more employees in here. Let's click new. One second. Okay. Now let's me create one more called Ujesh. Experience 10 years. Qualification is MCA. Salary is 1 lakh. Okay. And date of joining today. And designation store manager. So email address Ujesh @IBM.com something. Okay. Store he is also allocated to Chennai. Okay. And date of birth something I have given 197. Employee Click save. Okay, right. So I have created employee records. Okay, if you go to store, okay, if you click store, okay, it's moving to store, right? If you go to related, so here I'm able to see 3 employees, right? I'm able to call relatedly these 3 employees are related to this store, right? I'm able to create many into one relationship, right? I'm able to create the relationship in between store and employee, right? So this is how we create a relationships, lookup relationships. Okay. So now I have one more scenario. Okay. Whenever a bill got generated, okay, whenever his employee is selling any bill, okay, so he wants to call employee in bill, right? Because whenever anybody is selling the bill, anybody is trying to sell any product, okay, so whenever bill has happened, so he want to call who like who has sold this bill, right? Who has sold this product, right? So basically we want to call product and we want to call employee also in here. So let me create the relationship between employee and bill here. Okay, so here in bill I want to call employee details, right? So employee will be the master here and bill will be the child here, right? So let me go to bill object. Let me go to click edit object. Object manager. Just go to fields and relationships. Let me create a, sorry, click new. Look up relationship. Click next. Okay. So which object you want to call? I want to call employee details, right? Employee. E, where is E? E, E, E employee. Okay. Click next. Okay. So here is child is bill, right? And then click next. 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 Save. Now let go and see whether we are able to call new bill. See, I'm able to call employee details, right? Employee with employee IDs, I'm able to call, right? Right? Okay. Let's say bill number, tax, okay, something. But I'm able to call employee details, right? I'm able to call employee details in bill, right? Tax 5%, discount 10%, amount is 1 lakh. We need to create formula also here. After giving all the discount tax and from the amount it has been reduced and it has show the final price. Just click save. Means this person has been sold this bill. If you click employee, it goes to employee record. The employee name is uses. He has sold this bill, right? Like that, I'm able to create relationship between objects, right? I'm able to create a relationship between objects. So let me go to employees. So whatever the details I'm showing here, let me arrange in a proper way for that. Let's go to view, click new view. Let's say the employee details. Okay, let's click new, and I can only view. Okay, means so we can add a filters. Sorry, not this one. From here, edit, select fields to be displayed. Okay, so here we are able to see only employee ID, right? We are getting confused what data we are seeing, right? So I want to see employee name, okay, employee name and employee age, employee email ID, and I want to see employee experience. I want to have salary. I want to have his sales experience, what he has, and which store he's appointing, and yeah, experience and his designation. Okay, I don't want to see employee age here. Okay, email also I don't want to see. I want to see designation and qualification. I want to see something for qualification. Click save. Means how we want to see the data. See now the data is good, right? Properly aligned, right? Right. I don't want to see the employee ID. I want to see only with the names. Okay. Then just go to edit, click list view, select fields to be displayed. Okay. So which fields? I don't want to see employee ID. Okay. I want to see only this thing. Click store, save. Right. So this is a record, empty record. So let me delete this record. Okay. 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 See now data is good, look like is good, but if you are able to see, I don't want to see the sales experience here, and edit the fields to be display, sales experience, remove, click save. Okay. Okay. When you open any record, okay, when you went an employee and when you want to, do you want to see anything here? Okay, so you can see the details like this. Okay, employee name, salary, store, experience, designation, and qualification. Okay, so so I'll stop here today, and we'll continue the next relationship, master relationship, tomorrow. Okay, any questions?
Oh, no, Shubhani, I'm good.
Okay, Ujesh.
No.
Okay.
Shubhani, please send the recordings, Shubhani, from
Yeah,
Propel.
sorry, I'll send it from today. Actually, I was busy last 3 days. I'll send now.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Shubhani.
Thank you.